for some summer fun? Welcome to the Out with a Bang, the last days of summer collaboration hosted by Mandy from Sunflowers Indoors and Julie from Julie's Papercraft, happening in a Junk Journal fixed Facebook group throughout August 2025. There will be also freebies in the group, so make sure you are subscribed to the Facebook group to get them. There will be 31 days of prompt, and all the information about this event will be in the description box below. So I'm day 2, which is movement, and I've decided to make it about the crafter and the journal. So movement for the crafter and the journal, which means we will be moving throughout the video in order to craft and make something that will move in the journals too. Thank you, and I hope you'll join me and move. This said, this is my cover. So if you follow me, you probably would have seen this page some other time. So this was my crazy quilt paper experiment, I suppose. Oh yeah, also I also sewed everything, as you can probably more see here, because it was only glued, and the idea of the quilt is also to be sewn. So I'm going to make sure I'm on the right side. This is the base cover that I chose, and it will only have one signature like this, and it will close like this. So there's a bit of lines here to make it a little, more supple. So I'm taking this out, and I've decided to put this on. Oops, would it stay? Because I want to sew around the entire paper, the entire cover, but I don't want to use glue everywhere. So this will hold my cover, hopefully, pretty much where I want. And I will use my sewing machine that is right here to sew around all of this. So I'm not going to film this because it's really awkward, and I can't bring the sewing machine next to me, since it has limited mobility due to its power cord. So I will pause and come back when I've done it. Okay, now I have sewn my cover to this paper. Now we will do the cutting of the corners to make sure that we have nice corners. And here it will be maybe a little bit more difficult, but we'll deal with that also. That's not a problem. And this one. Okay. So this we're going to close. Okay, side note that has nothing to do with maybe this project is that while I'm waiting for my glue to dry, I've decided that when I do this kind of fussy cutting, that I will be standing up, like right now I'm standing up, and that I will be like walking in at the same spot. Okay, so right now what I'm doing, okay, I'm walking, so I'm just lifting my feet and moving my ankles and making sure that I'm relatively straight. And what I'm doing also is that I'm squeezing my butt so I will be able to cut while I'm walking. So, as funny as it seems, we crafters don't move a lot. So unless you are a sporty crafter, so see, if I want to be a bit more you know, stable, I need to squeeze the buttocks. So I decided to stand up when I do my crafting. I can do my thinking sitting, but my crafting, I need to be getting up and moving my feet, ankles, and calves, because things needs to move. So I'm finding that at 52, things are not moving that well. Every time I get up a chair, it's arduous. You know, I feel like an old lady because that's us. Basically, stayed sitting too long. I try to stretch, especially my hands. For some reason, women will get problems with their hands. And what I'm talking about is this kind of things. Okay, I only have it on one finger. But this will not go away now that it's installed, okay? And the way to actually help avoid every other fingers to end up like this is by stretching this part of the end. Okay, so now I'm still walking at the same place. Okay, I'm lifting my feet up the ground and I'm making sure my calves are working. And this is what I do, okay? Whenever I can, when I craft, I take 5 seconds to do every finger, so this part and this part can all be stretched regularly. They haven't been stretched for their entire life, just assuming that using your hands will actually help, will actually avoid having this kind of conditions. Well, not really. So this will not stop this one, but I'm hoping it will stop from getting the others. There's a lot of information on YouTube about this osteo something rheumatoid thing, and really there's nothing to be done about this one. But apparently, to avoid the others, you have to stretch this part here, because the fact that this part is very, very tight, you know, we're always working like this, so it makes a pressure apparently here on the other knuckles, and this is why it happens apparently. Now, is it only that? Probably not. It's probably a mix of everything, but at least if I can do this at home and make sure that the others don't get this way, oh god, yeah, then I will do it gladly. So I was saying about the calves. So the calves are actually the art of your lower body. If your calves don't move, nothing will go back up to the heart very easily, and the valves that are in the venous system will actually be very lazy. So walking while you're doing this kind of little craft, actually I'm actually hoping it's going to help my own venous system to work better, because it's not an Olympic system right now. So that is a bit like off topic of crafting, but really move as much as you can. If anything, stretch on a daily basis. Now this one is good, this gone for, so to speak, And if you have the other type of rheumatism, okay, the one that goes with the knuckles, go see your doctor. Apparently there are medication that can help, but this no, this cannot be helped. Once it's out, it cannot be helped. Is my glue finished drying here? If I take this off. So of course, if you don't have your craft desk adjustable or high enough, then it might be a little problem, but nothing stops you from stretching. And if you can also grab a counter and squat for 5 to 10 seconds without falling backward, okay, because usually it's a hard one once you've been sitting for a long time. So if you can actually do that, do it. It's amazing how a few seconds every now and then can actually help with your hips and not feeling all you know, crumpled up. So let's come back to this part of the video. What I've actually I've folded, and this part here I folded first, then this part, and it meets like this on this side going down. When I did the other one, just to check if it was going to work, I've started here, then I went up here, and it went this way. So I'm not going to fight this so they be exactly the same. They're going this way, that's what they want, and I will give it to them. So this will be again okay. So these parts I've glued fine, and this part will be a problem if I leave it this way. So I'm going to cut inside this here. And I will fold one this side, put back a bit of glue, and fold it back like this. Okay, so I'm finding that this part here doesn't need to take so much space, so I'm going to cut it out. Okay, especially that it goes straight in the fold, and I've been trying to, you know, fold this properly, and it was resisting, so much better. So I've got this very pointy tool. Okay. Okay, I've got it. So will I get right in it? Yes. Okay, so one. Okay. Not easy to walk when you're concentrating. Let's walk. Let's walk. Let's walk. Yes. Well, okay. I'm hoping to. And it might actually start a new trend. Okay, this is a cardstock. I'm going to use it like this. Okay, and I haven't taken off enough. Up until this. Does it look like okay, this is good. Okay, so this was my first idea of the craft. I wanted to make something moving in this specimen slide. So we open it and woohoo! It shows you two of these things, and there's a pocket here. Now this was just my tryout. Okay. Thing is, I like it. I think it's cute, but I think moving your feet is even better than something moving in your journal. They said. Here I just used a piece of the like a ticket that was available, and I'm going to use that here too. Now what I've discovered about this little thing here is that it needs to be a square. So basically, are you still walking? Okay, basically what we'll do is we'll find the middle. Okay, the middle here is 4. We'll take how big this is. Okay, 3. 3 is 1.5 centimeters. This is the middle, 1.5. Okay. Then we go from one side to the other. Okay. What we need for this to work, okay, we need to fold on the middle. So we'll need to fold in the middle. And we'll need to fold on the diagonals. Does it need to be extremely precise? Well, I'm not a precise person, and it still worked. Okay, so now we have these working for us. It will go inside like this. I will you're still walking. It's important. You're still walking. This is movement day. Okay, so it will have to go here, which is fine because we're within the boundaries. Okay, this is where you will put the glue and the glue. Walking. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's start walking again. So just this. Now the way that it folds, okay, when you close it, this one has to be, you know, on the upper side, and when you close it, it will do this. So it's working, okay. So I want it to, maybe you can make it go there, okay. And it does close, and it comes like this. So one will be crooked, but the other one won't be. So highly depends which side you want that is not crooked, and can make it go further than that since it will catch here. Oh, so that was unexpected. You still walking? Are you still squeezing your calves so that blood can go back to your heart and you can start working better on your lymphatic system too, because that's important as well. Okay, so okay, you see it is closing even if I put the pocket. Okay, we'll put this on this side here, and I have to put my tutu like this without going. Closing it will help you align your paper on this side. There you go. And then, oops, it went to. I will add more definite glue, but this is how it closes, and now I have both girls. Okay, are we still walking? I am. Now I have printed one of the pages on the vellum. Okay, it almost went well, and I did spray it with hairspray so it wouldn't come off on my hands. So of course this just wants to roll up now. Oops. Okay, and I have this flower that I'm going to just glue here. So I have marked very lightly where I need to cut. Okay, too late, I've committed. So of course that's not gonna be perfect. Okay, way to go, Cal, way to go. Okay, so I don't mind for now. So I have discovered it would be, of course, better if you printed something right away on the other side of the paper. I didn't, so I'm living with my choices. We'll do this one though. Still walking. So now that we've walked a lot, we are going to stretch ourselves into what they call a Asian crouch. So because I'm pretty sure, probably like me, you will get your legs approximately the same distance apart as your shoulders. Your feet will point in front of you, align with your knees. Okay. You will hold onto the counter and you will bend slowly holding. I will, okay, holding. And you will, once at the bottom, okay, make sure your knees don't get in the, don't go toward each other's. You will feel your calf stretch, so move a little bit and just let yourself go and relax your back, your leg, but hold on to the counter, okay? So now that you have been here the while I was talking, bring yourself back up, okay? Make a forward motion, then work with your legs, bend and unbend and get up. And if you can do this a few times, fine. If one was enough, fine too. Movement for the crafter as much as movement for the paper. So we will continue on moving our hips, our knees and our feet into a walking motion. So far we have done this, okay. Don't know how many miles we've made, but we have made this. And now we'll be putting my signature inside like this. I will have the folio, this I can take off. I will have the folio fit in there. Yep. And this, which will probably need some coaxing because the glue stiffened it this way. And I will use a string around this. Where's the roll? Right there. Okay, so it will come here. So I won't pretend I want to put it under everything, just here. Don't know why pudding always sounds like pudding instead of pudding. Maybe because the U is supposed to be more of a U. Pudding, but then I feel like I'm saying somebody's name. Not an easy one. Okay, this way, this way, this way, and we bring it back here, and it closes. Very thin. I don't plan to make a big inside of about it. Famous last word. Last time I said that, things spilled out. So I'm going to leave it to here with this one. And I don't know what I'll be putting here, so far this is what we have. Now you can adjust any of your folds with this, as long as you remember that you need a square around the middle. Okay, you need a square around this middle. You should be fine, and you have to fold this to make sure it goes inside properly. So thank you everyone for joining me in this day 2 of the Out with a Bang, the last days of summer, the collaboration hosted by Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors and Julie from Julie's Papercraft. My day 2 was movement, and it is movement for the crafter and the journal. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and look at all the others that will be joining for this event. Thank you.